If you have trouble with that, just put a dab of solder, extra solder on it, and sometimes that'll get it to break loose. And don't be stingy with your wire wick or your desoldering wick, because it'll usually get filled up pretty quick. Watch you don't burn your fingers, this stuff does get hot. And as you'll notice, these tabs are bent over a little bit. Makes it a little more difficult to remove them. You just try to bend them back the best you can. If you break them off, it's no big deal because these are coming out anyway. Now if those are bent back up, we'll hit it again with the solder wick just to make sure we got it all. And they should pop out. And there they are, successfully removed. What I want to do, I'm going to go ahead and clean up this flux that came out on the board before we put the new ones in. So I'm going to prep that real quick. Okay, we have the board cleaned up, and now we're getting ready to put the new capacitors in. As you can see, the new capacitors we have are physically a little larger than the ones that came out. That is fine though, because the spacing between the pins is equal length. They should still fit fine. You need to take note to the longer pin is your positive and the shorter pin is your negative. That's indicated right here on the side of the capacitor. You want to make sure you get those in right. On this board, if you're looking at it from the angle I am, the right side is the positive. And what you want to do when you get that in place, kind of pull it kind of tight and bend those pins over just a little bit so it doesn't move. And we'll do the same for the other two. The far side is the positive on this. And we will put a dab of flux everywhere we're going to solder. You want to make sure your solder joints are nice and clean. And once we get it soldered, we're going to clip the ends. And we are now ready to reassemble. Alright, before we put it back together, I want to give you a real quick look at what the capacitors look like installed, the new ones. They're a little tighter fit right here, but they fit just fine. Alright, we're going to go ahead and proceed to put this back together.